If you are in your 20s, I recommend you watch this video until the end because there are some very important things you need to know about money at this age. Trust me, your 40-year-old self will thank you for watching this video. In the next few minutes, you'll discover why starting early is your secret superpower in investing, the most common roadblocks that stop young people from investing, and how to crush them, simple strategies to start investing, even if you're broke, how compound interest can turn your coffee money into serious wealth, the biggest investing mistakes to avoid in your 20s, which investment options are best for beginners, how to build sustainable investing habits that last. Before we continue, if you're curious about financial scams, you can watch the video in the cards section where I explain the 4 most used methods these days. Problem number 1. I don't have enough money to invest. Let's be real. When you're in your 20s, money can be tight. Between rent, student loans, and trying to have a social life, investing might seem impossible. But here's the truth. You don't need a lot to start. In fact, the average 20-something spends about $300 monthly on non-essential items. That's potential investing gold right there. Start with micro-investing apps that let you invest as little as $5. Use the Roundup feature on apps to automatically invest your spare change. This alone can add up to $300 to $500 annually. Cut one small expense, like that $4 daily coffee, and invest $120 monthly instead. This simple switch could grow to $38,000 over 20 years at a 7% return. Take advantage of employer 401k matching. It's literally free money. If your employer matches 3% of your $40,000 salary, that's $1,200 per year you're leaving on the table. Create a money jar system, 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for investments. Look for side hustle opportunities. Even an extra $100 monthly invested could grow to $65,000 over 25 years. Let's move on to another huge roadblock that trips up many young investors. Pay close attention to this next part because it's a game changer. Problem number 2. I don't understand how investing works. The stock market can seem like a foreign language. All those terms, dividends, ETFs, bonds, it's overwhelming. Let me break this down into bite-sized pieces that actually make sense. Start with broad market index funds. They're like buying a tiny piece of the entire market. Think of it as buying a slice of every pizza shop instead of trying to guess which one will be most popular. Use the 3-fund portfolio strategy. 60% in domestic stocks, like a total US market fund. 30% in international stocks for global diversity. 10% in bonds for stability. Learn from reputable sources like investment books and certified financial education websites. Start with The Simple Path to Wealth, or The Psychology of Money. Begin with a robo-advisor that automatically manages your investments. They typically charge just 0.25% annually, compared to 1 to 2% for traditional advisors. Join free investment workshops offered by major brokerages. Follow the 1% rule. Spend just 1% of your day, 15 minutes, learning about investing. Now here's another critical problem that needs your full attention. Problem number 3, I'm afraid of losing money. This fear is completely normal, but let's put it in perspective. Did you know that despite multiple recessions, pandemics, and global crises, a diversified investment portfolio has never lost money over any 20-year period in history? Understand that historically, the S&P 500 has returned about 10% annually on average. That's roughly double your money every 7 years. Practice dollar cost averaging. Invest a fixed amount regularly regardless of market conditions. This strategy would have even made you money during the 2008 financial crisis if you stuck with it. Keep a long-term perspective. The market has recovered from every single downturn. The 2008 crash recovered by 2013. The 2020 pandemic crash recovered in just 6 months. The 2000 dot-com bubble recovered by 2007. Start with low-risk investments and gradually increase your risk tolerance. Use the sleep test. Only invest amounts that won't keep you up at night. Create a diversification strategy that matches your risk tolerance. Conservative 60% stocks, 40% bonds. Moderate 80% stocks, 20% bonds. Aggressive 90% stocks, 10% bonds. Let's dive deep into what I consider the biggest challenge of all: procrastination and debt management. The procrastination problem. I'll start investing when I'm older, make more money, pay off all my debt. This mindset is the silent wealth killer. Here's why. If you invest $200 monthly starting at age 25 with an 8% average annual return, you'll have about $622,000 by age 65. Wait until you're 65, 35 to start, and you'll only have $271,000. That's a difference of $351,000, all because of a 10-year delay. Let that sink in. Procrastination could literally cost you more than $350,000. Start today, even if it's just $1. Seriously, the habit is more important than the amount. Set up automatic investments so you never have to think about it. Create a future visualization board to stay motivated. Include your future home, travel goals, or dream retirement. Use the pay yourself first strategy. Treat investing like a non-negotiable bill. Track your progress with investment apps to stay engaged. Join investment communities online for support and accountability. The debt dilemma. Should I pay off my debt first or start investing? This is probably the most common question I get, so let's break it down. High interest debt solution. Pay off credit cards and personal loans with interest rates above 8% before heavy investing. Consider the debt avalanche method. Tackle highest interest rates first. Keep making minimum payments on lower interest debt. Still invest enough to get any employer 401k match. That's an immediate 100% return. Student loan strategy. If your student loan interest is below 5%, consider the hybrid approach. 50% of extra money to debt payment, 50% to investments. Look into income-driven repayment plans to free up money for investing. Consider refinancing high-interest student loans. Remember, student loan interest is tax-deductible, effectively lowering your rate. Building the habit. Use the debt snowball method while building an investment routine. Start with an 80-20 split, 80% to debt, 20% to investments. Gradually increase investment percentage as debt decreases. Celebrate small wins. Every $100 in debt paid or invested is progress. Use apps that gamify both debt payoff and investing. The power of parallel progress. Did you know? If you put just $50 monthly into investments while paying off debt, you could have $7,000 to $9,000 accumulated by the time you're debt-free, assuming 3 years of debt repayment. That's the power of not waiting to start. Let's recap what we've covered. For the no money problem, we learned to start small and use micro-investing. For the lack of knowledge issue, we discovered beginner-friendly investment options. For the fear of losing money concern, we emphasized long-term thinking and historical performance. For procrastination, we highlighted the massive cost of waiting and provided actionable steps. Before you rush off to start investing, here are some crucial tips. Always maintain an emergency fund before investing. Never invest money you'll need in the next 5 years. Take advantage of tax-advantaged accounts like Roth IRAs. Diversification is your best friend. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. The best investment strategy is one you can stick to long-term. Stay informed, but avoid daily market obsession. Beware of get-rich-quick schemes and hot stock tips. Let me share a quick story that perfectly illustrates why starting early matters so much. Imagine 2 friends who just graduated college. Both start with entry-level jobs making $40,000 a year. The first friend decides to start investing right away. Despite student loans and rent, they manage to invest $200 monthly, about the cost of a few takeout meals and premium subscriptions. They find a way to make it work by cutting back on small luxuries. The second friend says, "I'll wait until I'm making more money." They spend that $200 on brunches, new clothes, and the latest gadgets. Totally understandable. Who doesn't want to enjoy their 20s? Fast forward 10 years. The first friend has been consistently investing $200 monthly in a simple index fund, earning about 8% annually. They now have around $35,000 invested. Not bad. The second friend finally starts investing at age 32, but now they're investing $400 monthly, double what their friend did, because they're making more money and want to catch up. Here's where it gets interesting. By age 65, the first friend, investing $200 monthly for 43 years, ends up with about $1,063,000. The second friend, investing $400 monthly for 33 years, ends up with about $932,000. Even though the second friend invested more money in total, $158,400 versus $103,200, they ended up with $131,000 less. The moral of the story: time is more powerful than money when it comes to investing. You don't need to be rich to start, you just need to start. Your 20s are your financial superpower years. Don't let them go to waste. Every dollar you invest today is like sending a care package to your future self. The best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is today. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more financial wisdom. Drop a comment below sharing when you started investing or what's holding you back. Let's learn from each other. Don't forget to share this video with that friend who needs this wake-up call. Until next time, keep investing in yourself.